Professor Huang, he is the leader of the Communist Watch of Taiwan, and he's also a member of the Human Rights Network.
你好，你好，你好，你好。What is this?
Lover's bag.
Kolas.
Indigenous lovers.
原住民的。
原住民 indigenous.
I see. So Taiwanese one. Right, right, right.
So, Your Holiness, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Kolas. I'm the legislator from Taiwan Parliament, and I'm indigenous legislator who's not Han Chinese. So now we have 8 seats out of 113 seats.
Oh, 8, huh?
Indigenous seats in Taiwan.
What is the population? Indigenous. Although it's one occasion, I met some indigenous people.
In Taiwan?
Local, yes.
Yeah.
Taiwan with local people, original people.
Yeah,
Is it their face?
I'm from Hualien,
Differences.
the eastern part of Taiwan. I'm from
So,
Hualien.
what is population? All over
2%.
Taiwan?
2%. Yeah, only 2%.
For 10万.
Half a million indigenous populations. And now we have 16 officially recognized indigenous.
Education standard, your native people, education?
Lower.
Now
Lower.
that you must work hard.
Of course, yeah.
Like New Zealand's native people, Maoris. You see, lawyers among the Maori, politicians, businessmen, are very equal. Then Australian native, indigenous people, very backward. So we also, you see, whenever we get opportunity, we emphasize study, knowledge, education. Then plus our own language, our own writing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why I'm here, because as an indigenous person in Taiwan, I feel strongly connected to our Tibetan brothers and sisters, since we are facing the same Han Chinese colonial government. So actually, not just Tibetan friends, but indigenous Taiwan, we have been losing our languages, cultures, rituals, ceremonies, whatever. So now people are striving for our indigenous rights in Taiwan.
Right?
Yeah, and actually we try to work with Tibetan friends. We think we can encourage each other to work together to do something different for us.
Then, regarding indigenous people, I have many friends. There's some indigenous people from Latin America, and of course New Zealand, and Kasachikuti, Norway, Scandinavian Kasati, Sami land.
Sami,
I notice Sami land people, you see, they kept their language,
yes,
their spirit, through modern education. They speak Norwegian.
yes,
They also create their own parliament.
yes. I've been there before.
So some occasion I mentioned international sort of indigenous people, some international meeting, indigenous people. Maybe it's too much, too much request.
Maybe requesting too much.
I think you, Taiwan, more or less a de facto independent nation. So you, I think firstly, some New Zealand native people,
Yes.
and some Australian, and then some European indigenous people,
Yes.
and some Latin American.
And
I think
North
if
American.
in Canada, even they use the word First Nation, the native people. Whether they actually enjoy it as a First Nation or not, the wording is First Nation. Wonderful. So I think time comes, international sort of conference about those indigenous people and exchange your different experience and discuss about common problem. That also, you see, brings because of the more notice, awareness at the global level. So we just used to come here and talk something, not much significant. I think you should sort of organize, if possible.
Actually, I'm trying to do that. Yeah, I do have some contact with the legislators, politicians, activists from Maui, Hawaii, Guam, Palau, and even Canada. Actually, we indigenous politicians, legislators, are trying to unite together. So actually, we are creating a commission for us to meet annually or every 2 years to talk about
United.
internet.
That word I don't know.
如果说到那个 united 的话，它会不会变成是一种斗争的性质？我们主要的目的就是说，能够把事情，就是说让大家知道事情。
More awareness. The purpose of such conference is to make more awareness on this planet. Some sort of indigenous people, more or less, sort of ignored, and in the past suffer a lot. And now modern time, of course, things much better, but still need more awareness. You're right of these things. Unity, I don't know. Unity is hot.
Unity 的话，这个名字大家觉得我们是不是要统一起来要做什么？要做搞一个什么斗争啊，或者怎样？
No, I don't think so. Yeah, we won't go to that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So the wording,
Okay.
unity, united. Then what to do? That's maybe you see, my sort of city, Kasota.
是我的一个猜想。
Thank you for your. We will be careful. Okay, this is indigenous love respect. In our language, we call it alufu. It's a symbol of. Okay, let me help you. Yes, like this. Okay. Thank you. So I have one more last question, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Yeah, because Taiwan government, the new president, she apologized to the indigenous people on August 1st. For us, it means a lot because she represents the government for the 400-year colonization. To say sorry to indigenous people. So my question is, how do you feel about that?
Very good. I think sometimes, I think many parts of the world, the stronger sort of nation, when they come, they simply ignore the pleading of native people. So now that eventually now changing worldwide, I think the recognition, the native people's right. So I think with that kind of sort of the trend, world trend, I think Australian Patrick Lavimida.
Exactly.
Australian Surich does.
And Canada.
Australia, I think Australian government also expressed some kind of Canada as well.
In Canada.
So Taiwan also this, I think a very good a trend, I think good trend. So ourselves work hard.
Yes. And how does society overcome conflicts in terms of reconciliation? So what do you think about reconciliation?
Firstly, you see, you should work hard, your own right, but at the same time, not extreme way. Extreme way, then the other opposite also, you see, become harder. And finally, conflict, killing. Nobody's interest. So on the basis of sameness of human being, the other also human being, human brothers, sisters, accordingly we must respect. So I often use it telling, this 21st century should be century of dialogue. Whenever we face some sort of different views or possibility of the conflict, we must solve that through talk, through mutual respect. So that's why I always say, telling the Tibetan, say, our middle way approach is not one side victory, one side defeat, not that. Mutually agreeable solution. That's the only way. Even America, very powerful nation, militarily, I think the most of the powerful nation. But you see, Iraq crisis, use force, one-sided sort of view, and then unexpected side effect. Now last few years.
Yes.
So right from the beginning, the problem between American and Saddam Hussein, if you try, at least make effort, try to understanding. I really feel at that time, some my friend suggest to me, I should go to Baghdad, meet Saddam Hussein. I thought that's unrealistic. I have no connection. And secondly, I'm Buddhist. I'm frankly speaking, in Muslim eye, Buddhist, a little bit distance. Indian Muslim, something different. So therefore, but soon after that, I suggested to late Karsa, Czechoslovakia, Havel, President Havel. I requested him, I suggest to him, in future, like Iraq crisis about to happen, then like Havel, respected, well-known person, after he retired, not representing anyone, any government, but respected one human being. So like him, there are some scientists really can represent human being, humanity, not this government or that government, in the United Nations. Go Baghdad and talk Saddam Hussein. If present situation goes, then war imminent. Right? If war starts, he will defeat. If I think someone, so friendly, gently, tell him, I think he may, he may consider, not necessarily because of Iraqi people, but his own sort of, because of the future, like that.
就
不大技术，
那是，
能理解。可以解释吗？特别我当这个。